Now it's time for Straight on the Point with Jesse T. from some undisclosed location somewhere in the world. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Jesse T.
Well, it's good to be back with you. It's time for the Jesse T Show. Yours truly, that's me, Jesse T, right here on the air and everywhere, from the community to the world, throughout Southern California and all of Los Angeles. It's good to be back with you on June 5th, 2018, Election Tuesday, here in the state of California and across the nation. June 5th, lots of great things up for grabs this election cycle. And it's a big election cycle here in California, of course, because here in California, we have a chance to get to the two nominees who are going to run for the governorship here in California. It's a primary election for them. So two people will be left after tonight that will be running for the governor's house in the state of California here. There will be two because neither of any of the candidates will have 51% of the vote. If one of them do happen to get 51% of the vote, then they're automatically the governor here in the state of California. But that hasn't happened in a very long time with new people coming in. It's happened for incumbents before, but not for new people coming in all vying for the position. I believe there are 5 that are vying for that position, or 6 possibly. We're going to go over some of that today and get to as much of it as we can on this Election Tuesday in Southern California. I hope you voted. I did. I'll tell you who I voted for and how I voted as we progress along. But I want you to know that you got to get out there and vote. And I do hope you vote more independent, conservative, and Republican than Democratic, because if you like the way the city of Los Angeles and the county of LA and the state of California has been run for the last several years, we're talking not just decades, we're talking 20, 30, 40, 45, maybe even 50 years of solid Democratic rule here in the state of California. If you like the way it's gone, and you've lived on this planet Earth long enough to know what California was like before and what it has turned into now, if you like that, well, then you just stay the course. If that's what cooks your bacon, baby, stay the course. I personally don't like it. I've seen, as a real estate broker here in Los Angeles for 40 years and a loan specialist for over 20 years, and living here my 55 and 57 years, I personally have just become very disillusioned on what the Southland here in California has turned into and looks like. And you hear me talking about these issues all the time. So we don't really have to go over some of that too much today, but I don't like the way California is going for a long, long time. But the DNC, the lefties, have had a stranglehold on this state, on this county, and on this city for eons and eons of time. And so if you like what you see driving from place to place, wherever you got to be during the day or night, and any given day through the year, you like what you see in California, you think it's just all fine and dandy and everything is living in the Golden State, hey, well, right on. Vote your heart's content. I'm going to be gone in about 2 to 3 years. I won't be here anymore. So whatever you're going to get in these coming up election cycles, God bless you. But I'm going to be gone, but I'm still going to vote the way I vote here in the state of California. Yeah, I'm going to be going either to northern Arizona or northern Nevada, up near the Utah border, or up north. I don't like the deserts too much anymore. So I'll be gone. I'll be gone to states that allow me to carry a sidearm, states that allow me to have Second Amendment rights, states that allow that come down on criminals very quickly, that take no liberal, lunatic, lefty ideology and shove it down my throat. So that's where I'm going to be going, to some places where there's also a little less population. Yeah, so, but you'll be stuck with what you got in California. It'll be a nice place to visit, but certainly not a great place to live, for me at least, 3 years down the road. But I'm going to try to do everything I can to affect the change here, as long as I stay here. So today being June 5th, it's Voter Tuesday in California. I got to put my glasses on because I can't see a darn thing really without them. I try to. I'm just getting older, That's what happens with age. You just can't see anything. All right, it's the Jesse T Show. Good to have you along with me, Jesse T, as we broadcast every Monday through Friday right here from 5 to 6. Boy, we cover it all. We get great interviews from superstars, and we get politicians. And we've had a couple of politicians come in and talk to us here coming into this election day. Tried to get John Cox, but just was running a little bit late with him, and it didn't work out for us. But we do all kinds of crazy stuff, car shows and man on the street stuff. Like tomorrow, we're going to be out on the street called Catching the Vibe, Dan the Man and I. So we'll be out there, got a couple of red carpets to do and premieres, Academy Awards. We do all that kind of stuff, and we hit it hard here in controversial issues, as well as sometimes we cover the conspiracies too, and cover everything we can, because it's the world, according to me, Jesse T, and I'm going to put you straight on the spot. But before I get to that, I want to say hi to our sponsor. Our sponsor is Evoke Lending. And Evoke Lending, you're going to love these great graphics I put up, guys. Woo! Here it comes. Woo! There it is. Evoke Lending, everybody. Evoke Lending is a terrific hard money lender. I've done business with them for over 25 years. And Eddie Money, baby, he will get you some money if you need it fast and efficient. Give him a call at 818-805-4400. Lay your message down. He's very busy. Tell him what you're looking for. Give a way to get back to you, and he'll get back to you. Now, check it out. You don't need to have a credit report here. You don't need to have tax returns. You don't need paycheck stubs. Just a real simple 1 or 2 page online application. You don't have to have all the stuff you normally would have to have in order to get a loan from a lender. This is Evoke Lending, and it is terrific. They've been around a long time. They will get your money in 7 to 10 days. And guys, let me tell you, it's hard money, but you can get a 2, 3, 5, 7-year interest-only loan. Yeah, there's a balloon at the end, but you refi before that time comes out. Okay, this is emergency money. Money you may need for college kids, or transportation, or money you may need for medical emergencies, or to take care of some other bills and get rid of them. Evoke Lending, they do commercial, residential, condos, townhouses, industrial. Whatever it is, Eddie Money's got some money for you. So give him a call at 818-805-4400. 818-805-4400. All the way up to $35 million, baby. Hey, yeah, absolutely. Gar Lester, what's happening, big guy? Gar Lester has us on. Let's say hi to Linda Fedeg. Hey, what's going on? Linda, how you doing? Also saying hi to JP Joyce. Love JP. That's a great realtor out there. JP's a good buddy of mine, and good to see him back on the scene. Congratulations on your loving relationship and your new child, JP. Masamiya Sakahura and Gene McCoy is on. Thanks a lot, Gene. And Joe Nicastro's people are starting to check in at facebook.com/Jesse Torrero. Also on the Power of Voices. That's right, the Power of Voices at www.thepowerofvoices.com. And got to say hi to our friends over here on Instagram Live at Jesse Torrero. That's Kane_Pendragon. Ooh, that sounds like from King Arthur and the Knight of the Round Tables. But good to have you guys along. Dean Olson just checked in too. Want to let you know about one more place that I want you to go to. If you're looking to buy a house, buy a condo, buy anything for that matter, check out this website right here. I hope you can see it. It's right there. It's www, you got the finger? www, you got that one down? www.buy.jessetmistersoul.com. Here, let me put it to you there, guys. www.buy.jessetmistersoul.com. One more time for our Instagram audience. www.buy.jessetmistersoul.com. Hey, I'll help you find a place that you might want to buy or get or lease. Predominantly, we do a lot of purchases and sales and things like that. Do some leases for the right possibilities. Also, if you want to sell some property, this is a great site for you. www.seller.jessetmistersoul.com. www.sellerjessetmistersoul.com. www.sellermistersouljesset.com. That's seller.mistersouljesset.com. Okay, check that out. And so any other kind of real estate information, go to facebook.com/Jesse Torrero Broker. All right, let's get into the politics and what's happening on this. Of course, it is Election Tuesday, June 5th. On the calendar over here, and you can see I'm loving Donald Trump back there. Yes, I'm a Trump supporter. I'm an independent conservative, independent thinking person. I do vacillate out of the Republican Party. When I get pissed off at them, I go independent conservative, and I'm kind of ticked off at the Republican Party right now. Not our president. I think he's doing a great job. I'm just kind of ticked off at the Republican rhinos, along with the lefties. I'm just fed up with them all. But nevertheless, right now I'm an independent conservative, so I kind of vote where I think I should go, kind of thinking about where I should be. And, you know, like most Americans, I compromise most of the time right down the middle with folks, even though I'm very stout on some things, like standing for the national anthem. Boo to the Eagles. I know, you know, all these lefty fake news media websites are saying it was Donald Trump. No, the Eagles just decided to pull a shenanigan and pull out at the last minute. And only 4 or 5 people were going to show up instead of 80 people. I mean, you don't do that to the White House. You don't do that to the president. You don't do that to your fans. You don't do that to your country. But then you aren't supposed to put a knee down at the national anthem. Well, the Eagles did not put a knee down at all during last year's football season. None of the Eagles players did it. But just this is protest against the White House and against the president and against something that's supposed to be terrific. Yet you won the world championships and celebrated for your fans and for the American public, and you guys decided at the last minute, after you book it all up, make it solid, you decide to pull out. Eagles, boo. That's why I don't watch the NFL. That's why I don't watch the NBA. The NBA, too, is the same kind of organization, though they run a tighter ship in terms of their protesting. I'm just getting tired of a bunch of angry African-American men yelling at me in their political significance. I got to tell you something. I don't really care about your politics. Go out there, run up and down the basketball court and the football field, and let's have some fun. That's what I'm there. I don't care about your freaking politics, guys. You care less one way or the other. And what makes you a political genius at all anyway? You're just a basketball player. You shoot a basketball into a hoop, and LeBron James, you're not that good anyway. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar kicked your silly little butt. You know, you aren't even close to him in scoring. Not even Michael Jordan is close to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He's the #1 scorer of all time, a man of class. Though he had a rebel side to him, he sort of always left it off court, though, you know? He said it, left it out to the end of his career. Then he became a social activist, right on. He did it the right way. Kareem, why don't you represent that? How about Wilt the Stilt Chamberlain? Yeah, come on, guys. I mean, you know, Michael Jordan, too. What a classy guy. Michael Jordan. But these people today running up and down the court in the football field, I don't know what planet they've been raised on. Not Jesse T's planet. Absolutely not. So anyhow, it is Voter Tuesday, and it is June 5th. So let's go over some of the issues real quick. You know, we did have Travis Allen in, who's running for governor here in the state of California. These primaries, and he's up against some tough people. But let's go over some of the propositions, because propositions just means people taking your money. They're propping you up to take your money. That's what they want to do. They just want to take your money. Looks like I'm getting a poor network connection. So let me open the door here just a second because my router is a little bit over here. This will give us a little more access. You see, you only need a little bit of inch of a door open sometimes to get your signal nice and solid. Okay, so let's talk about these propositions, because the propositions really is what they do to take money out of your pocket. So if you're voting today, Prop 69, it's a lockbox for California's new transportation cash. That is a Jerry Lefty El Stupido Brown boondoggle. That train is going fast nowhere. Billions and billions of dollars overruns already. And that super fast bullet train, are you kidding me? It's going to go from Sacramento. Who goes to Sacramento? To where? Nowhere. LA? The minute it hits the San Fernando Valley, it's not going to go 225 miles an hour. It's going to go slower than the friggin' MTA. I mean, come on, guys. This proposition was written by lawmakers to stop them from doing what they say they can't be trusted to refrain from doing otherwise, raiding transportation funds when times are tough. Isn't it amazing that your politicians are telling you that they're not good politicians with your money? That they're such alcoholics with your money, addicts with your money, that they can't stop themselves from spending it when they need to spend it somewhere else. So you guys vote for these things to go to transportation, but when they want to take the money and use it for something else, they do it. So they had to put together a law to keep them from doing the right thing. I don't know about you, but there's something mentally screwed up about that. You know, there's something mentally screwed up about that. When you have to initiate a law to keep you from breaking the law and doing the right thing because you can't trust yourself. Oh, Lord help us, man. As part of the 2017 law that raised fuel taxes and vehicle fees for transportation projects, lawmakers also promised to make it impossible to borrow those dollars in the future. Yeah, right. They're borrowing them right now down in Orange County. Is your roads any better for the 25 cents more a gallon that El Stupido Lefty Brown put in? Yeah, sure. You know, and the reason why he didn't have to come to the voters to make those taxes go up on your gas taxes, because they have a trifecta in Sacramento. The Assembly, the Senate, and the governor's house is all lefty DNCs. When you have that, the governor can do whatever the heck he wants. So yes, hey man, I voted to put a law down on these politicians so they can't take the money they're not supposed to take, that they said they wouldn't take, that they promised they wouldn't take, but they're taking anyway because they're not doing the right thing. Okay? Proposition 70, a future showdown over climate change cash. Okay, climate change. Climate change. Look, guys, this is the planet Earth. Oh, by the way, for you people that think planet Earth is flat, which translates, what are you, stupid? Okay. Mother Earth, God's blue-green planet that he calls Earth, this beautiful sphere we live on, it's a living planet. Yeah, and a living planet means that the climate changes all the time. Yeah, volcanoes erupt, earthquakes happen. Yeah, the weather gets hot, gets cold where it should be hot, it gets hot where it should be cold. That happens quite a bit on planet Earth. Yeah, it really does. Honestly, in fact, the magnetic north changes to magnetic south. The magnetism changes too. It's a natural thing for a natural living planet. Climate change? This was just a way for that guy. What was his name? I completely forgot his name. He was vice president once. Well, you know who I'm talking about. Really, I forgot his name. That's how important he was to me. That guy got himself the Nobel Peace Prize. Oh, no, that was that other dumbbell that got it. But there were two dumbbells in a row that got it. He got himself all that money. Climate change. All right. The climate is changing. The climate is changing. Okay? It's changing. All right? Get a jacket. Don't live on the ocean. All right? What can I tell you? Buy some shorts. I don't know. Turn the air conditioner or heater on. The climate's changing. Right. So this Proposition 70 is a future showdown over climate change cash. Assembly Republicans demanded this proposition during 2017 negotiations over the bipartisan deal to extend California's cap-and-trade climate law. Oh, we can thank Arnold stupid Schwarzenegger for that. It's simple enough. The measure would require both houses of the legislature 6 years from now to approve future spending of cash collected from that program, which industries pay for greenhouse gas emissions above the state-imposed cap. The spending plan would have to be approved by a supermajority of both houses, and it would presumably force a day of reckoning for one of the biggest line items in spending of the cap-and-trade cash issue in California, and that's California's high-speed rail program. Interesting enough, one of the only Democrats left supporting Proposition 70 is the bullet train's chief cheerleader, L. Lefty Brown. Okay? So 70 basically says this in a nutshell. It puts a cap on what they're going to spend on climate change for the future. All right? And what it does, it nips in the bud the reasons for having that bullet train. Anything to get rid of that bullet train is fine by me. Okay? Got to get rid of that bullet train to nowhere, which isn't going to go like a bullet. It's going to go like a camel. Saying hi to Dante Benton Tate. Hey, what's up? And Emmett Leopardi. Hey, Emmett, haven't seen you in a long time. Good to have you back with us. Arlene McClang has us on. All right, Proposition 71. Count the votes before a proposition becomes law. Count the votes before a proposition becomes law. Let me think about that one for a second. Now, they say the need for this, we're going to figure this one out. The need for this proposed constitutional amendment, that's a constitutional amendment to the state constitution, not the federal constitution. Well, just want you guys to know that, okay? The need for this proposed constitutional amendment may come as a surprise to some Californians. Current law says ballot measures take effect the day after the election. That means that even while the votes are still being counted, a proposition that's winning in the early returns ostensibly becomes law. Now, do you have to ponder too much on that one? Proposition 71 says the Secretary of State must first certify a ballot measure passage before it becomes law. Wait a second here. Are you telling me that in California all this time, a proposition that looked like it was winning, but it wasn't completely all tallied up, became law, but maybe there might have been a turnaround a day or two or three after when they tally up all the votes? This is how much we know about civics in the state of California. Nothing. Them knuckleheads up there, they decide to do whatever they want whenever they want, however they want, with your money. Oh, but you like that, don't you? Well, if you like the way the lefties is ruled, then keep it the same. Yeah, count the votes before proposition becomes law. No, we want the votes to be tallied up and certified before it becomes law. Okay? Vote yes on 71. Proposition 72. No new taxes for your home's rainwater collection system. Wait a second. Wait a second. God's blue-green earth, Mother Nature, clouds, atmosphere, the ocean, mountains, they all make water. It sprinkles down on top of your house. Chicka, 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 chicka. That's what water sounds like. Chicka, 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 chicka. But you collect it because you're smart, so you collect it in a blue barrel. You have a nice little system. And you get a couple 50-gallon blue barrels filled full of water. You're taxed on that? Wait a second. Wait, I'm sorry. You can thank the lefties for this kind of crap that goes on in the state of California. Homeowners know that making additions to their house, such as a new porch or outdoor deck, can trigger a higher property tax bill. This proposition excludes one kind of home upgrade from a tax reassessment: rainwater capture systems. The change would kick in January 1st, 2019. Dudes, I would just redo my house and not tell them I put a rainwater capture system in, and later on just put the rainwater capture system in after the CFO and the final inspection is done, and the heck with them. Hey, you know what they say in Italy? Right? This proposition excludes one kind of home upgrade from a tax reassessment: rainwater capture systems. The change would kick in January 1st, 2019. Few expect the proposal to cost local governments much in lost revenue. Proponents say that it could be a valuable incentive to homeowners to reduce their water consumption in the face of future budgets and droughts. This ballot measure is a rarity in California politics. It is so uncontroversial that no one wrote an argument against it in the statewide voter guide. Well, duh. No more taxes on rainwater. Thank you. Duh. Why don't they have taxes on toilet water? Why not? Oh, they do, don't they? When you flush your toilet, you get taxed. Oh, that's right. There's a sewer charge. Oh, don't you love California? Yes, you don't want any new taxes. All right, that's the propositions. Let's get on to the meat and potatoes of it all right now, okay? Let's get to the guys who are running for the governorship, okay? They're all going to be, it's a primary going on right now. I voted for Travis Allen, all right? That's who I voted for. I like Travis. I like what he said. Young guy, hustles, man. We had him on the show. He was just talking magic to me. I also voted for Lieutenant Governor David Hernandez. Most genuine, honest guy you ever want to meet. A United States Navy veteran, combat veteran, just a genuine, honest, hardworking activist in the community for decades. David Hernandez is the kind of guy that you could give him $500 and you're going to get it back the next day. He is an honest, genuine guy. Married, just a beautiful family, older fella, and just a little bit older than me, and just I just love him. I voted for him every time he's running. A few other things that he wanted to do in the city of Los Angeles, and I voted for him again. Okay, Travis Allen's a money man. He's out of Chula Vista. He graduated from Cal State University in Long Beach, worked for a large investment company firm, and then spread out on his own, created his own financial planning company. He was elected to the state assembly in 2012, which means he could have served in the lower chamber until 2024 without any problem. But he saw the state and he wanted to make some changes. He's a Republican conservative. He's married since 2016, and they have a couple of children and a young child named Caroline. Now, this guy, he talks the talk and he walks the walk, but he throws some bombs out there, okay? He doesn't mess around. Allen out of Huntington Beach now, where he lives, was widely criticized for writing an opinion piece for the Washington Examiner under the headline, California Democrats Legalize Child Prostitution. Well, they do through Prop 57. Yeah. The Sacramento Bee and several other outlets determined that it is false to say the law legalizes child proposition in California because those soliciting the sex and those arranging the clients can still be charged with crimes. No, they just get out. Because you citizens in California voted for 57 and 47, especially 57, so they just get out, right? And the lefties, well, how do you think these propositions come on? They come on the ballot by lots of people signing a petition. They also come on the ballot by politicians. And since the lefties rule California for decades, where do you think this stuff comes from? 1 and 1 doesn't equal 47. It equals 2. That's why I say, if you like the way things are going, then, hey, stay the status quo. Under the law, officers who encounter minors engaged in proposition must report their circumstances to the county child welfare agency as abuse or neglect. Allen has stood his ground, drawing more interest nationally for his large social media followings. Okay, sometimes he's bipartisan. He voted for Trump, but backed Democrats before, so he's open to compromise, kind of right down the middle of the road when he's got to be. I like that. His competitor in the GOP rivalry, John Cox, didn't even vote for Trump. He voted for Libertarian Gary Johnson, and he's out of Illinois. He's a Republican. He's in the governor's race, and he has donated to Democrats in the past. Well, you know, that's all there is to donate to. So, hey, if you got two evils, you pick the best of the worst evil that works to the benefit of most, right? So, hey, you have to make contributions for those that are trying to do the right thing, no matter what political party they are. He supports the death penalty. He's the only one that does that, that's running for the governorship. And I am a complete supporter of the death penalty. He also wants to do CCW laws. He wants to cut taxes. He wants to repeal the 25-cent the gas tax immediately. Go back and watch our show. You can before you vote. That had Travis Allen on from last week. All right, let's find out a little bit about your guy, Tony V. Mr. Antonio Villagrosa, besides being an ex-gang member, Tony Villagrosa, you can always take the country out of Joe, but you always take Joe out of the country, but I don't think you can take country out of Joe. He was a mayor of Los Angeles here for quite a while. All right. He also served as Speaker of the Assembly from 98 to 2000. I considered campaigning for governor in 2010, but like his Democrat rival Gavin Newsom, he decided to step aside for Jerry Brown. Why? Because he's a lefty. And all those lefties stick together. Like all the righties stick together too. Here's 5 things you got to know about them. He became a union organizer after attending People's College of the Law. Okay? Oh, another one of those organizers, huh? Another one of those union organizers. Another one of those social organizers. Yes. Oh boy, we know what happened over the last 8 years of an organizer. He famously clashed with teachers' unions. First he got their money and they backed him, then he turned against them. That says something, doesn't it? His legislative record was quite liberal. We know that, living in Los Angeles. His national profile grew in 2012 until after he spoke at the DNC convention. Oh my goodness, what a failure that was. And by the way, he liked to take lots of business trips here in Los Angeles, for those of you who don't know, while he was mayor. Man, he was out of town more than he was in town. He happened to be out of town in somebody else and not his wife. Yeah, that's right. So a couple of things about Tony V. We just love Tony V. Right. Well, if you like the same old, invite Tony V over to your house, and you'll get the same old, same old. John Cox. John Cox, backed by Donald Trump. Okay, but he didn't vote for Donald Trump, and he comes out of Illinois. He just moved to California here, just enough time to run for the governorship. He's a businessman, but he really wants to be a politician. He ran a presidential race as a nominee for president in Illinois, and he also ran in a senatorial race in Illinois against Obama with the Bomba. Okay? He didn't vote for Trump. He voted for Gary Johnson, who was similar to Donald Trump, I suppose, but a little too libertarian for me. Cox says the state needs to overhaul its tax system, something that Travis Allen said too. And he's all about fighting corruption, something that Travis Allen said too. In that respect, for years, he's pushed a statewide ballot initiative to subdivide existing legislative districts, which have 500,000 residents and 1 million, respectively, into smaller districts. Each of the districts would have 5,000 and 10,000 people, making way for more door-to-door campaigns, and Cox argues lessening the grip of special interests. Interesting. That's John Cox. Danny Michelle, saying hi to Danny Michelle has us on. Thanks, Danny. We're kind of going over the stuff here for June 5th, Election Tuesday. Let's get to Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom, if you like left, he's left of Jerry Brown. That green-eyed brother up there, Gavin Newsom with those stunning green eyes, kind of reminds me of Mitt Romney in a lot of ways. It kind of looks like Mitt Romney. They could be cousins. His rise came out of San Francisco. Oh, yeah, we know about San Francisco, left of the left. I mean, they got nothing but hypodermic needles all over the city there now, and trash and poop and pee, and it's just disgusting. San Francisco Mayor Willie Brown. Oh, yeah, your guy, Willie Brown. I remember Willie Brown? I do. Hoy, yikes. San Francisco, so he came up to that regime. Newsom is best known for authorizing same-sex weddings. Okay, well, I'm not into same-sex stuff. I believe marriage between a man and woman is a marriage. But if you want to marry someone of the same sex, right on. Okay, I got no problem with it. No problem at all. But what I believe is that men and women should get married, boys and girls, because I believe there are only two genders. That's right. Well, he's best known for authorizing same-sex weddings. Okay? And putting the type of judges and voting for the type of judges that would create legislation through the court for same-sex weddings. Didn't we just have something that went to the United States Supreme Court that the cake guy in Colorado can make the cake and sell his cakes to anybody who wants to deny somebody to sell cakes to? Well, duh, it's your business. If you don't want to sell cakes to somebody or sell auto parts to somebody because you don't want to, you don't have to. It's your business. I don't know. But here's some more things. He worked on the health care and homelessness. In 2002, he was the public face of a citywide ballot measure known as Care Not Cash, which provided the homeless with housing and services rather than monthly sums of money. Oh, isn't that wonderful? The homeless don't want homes, okay? Most of the ones that are collected, they don't want them. 2/3 of them don't want them. They like laying out there on the street. And 1/3 of them do get themselves cleaned up and move off the street. Now, that's a great program. I guess it was a real good success. What a failure that was. He turned to weed legislation and guns. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's for weed, but he's against guns. Go figure that one. But then, of course, when he's governor, he's going to have CHP be his Secret Service because that's what happens. And they got lots of guns protecting them. But they'll deny you the right to have a gun protect you. All right, there's Gavin Newsom. As you can see, I'm not a Gavin Newsom fan, but I'm not a fan of the left either. There's two other candidates that are running here, Johnny Chang and Delane Esten. And their chances of winning are 0 to none. and Delane Eston 0 to none. So I'm not even going to bother going over with their stuff. They had hardly any money in this campaign. All right, so that's Election Tuesday. Vote your heart's content. Whatever you vote for, that's up to you. God bless you. And but do get out and vote, even if you're not voting for who I voted for. Get out and vote anyway. Okay, that's your constitutional right. Honor your right to vote. Lots of men and women have died for your right to vote in this country. Just like lots of men and women have died over the national anthem and our flag. See, it's kind of all interconnected as far as I'm concerned. It's all kind of interconnected. There are certain things you do and certain things you don't do. And you should get out and vote. I voted every year in every election since I was 18. I mailed my ballot in this time. That's what I did. Because my voting precinct is so far away from me now. So I just mailed my ballot in and got rid of that about a week and a half ago. I knew who I was going to vote for. I knew how I was going to vote then. All right. So Tuesday, the 5th of June, it is Voter Tuesday. So get out there, my friends, and take care of your business. And let's see if we can shift around a little bit of control of the state of California and the money from the control of the lefties to the control in you, the people of the state of California. I think we need to do that because I just, there's just so many people are corrupt. We've got to break some of that corruption up, in my opinion. And saying hi to Randy Lavick and also Lagunas Navarrete. I hope I got that right. All right. So in California here, we lead in politicians that take our money and we can't say anything about it because we've allowed that to happen. So we have to really change that. Whether you're a lefty, whether you're a righty, whether you're just down the middle, do you like people dipping into your wallet in the dead of night to take your money? No, I don't think you like that. Or maybe you do. I don't know. Maybe that's okay with you because essentially that's what they do. They don't have to put something on a ballot and you vote for it. Not when they have this super PAC up there. Both houses, Senate, the Assembly, and the governorship under one political significance. They can do whatever they want in the dead of night. Reach into your wallet and take your money. So I don't know if you want to let them do that. I hope you don't, because you're going to have to live in this state a lot longer than I'm going to have to live in this state, because Jesse T is going to be moving out of this state in 2 or 3 years. Northern Arizona or Northern Nevada, one of the two. Got to find someplace that just allows a little more constitutional understanding, more constitutional backing of our great document that has created this great country and allowed us to help and save and rescue so many victimized people around the world. America goes its way and the world follows. And I'm so thankful for President Trump for leading the way and being a leader. Finally, we have a leader and not a bend-over baby for the rest of the world. President Trump has done more than any president has done in modern history. I mean, it's unbelievable in his first 500 days the things that he has done. He's bringing North Korea to bear, Iran to bear. He's making China think twice. Russia it doesn't know what to do with itself. The world is looking to America again for leadership. It's just so many wonderful things happening during his tenure that it's really fortunate that we have the opportunity to live under him. And those of you who don't believe that, you're just Trump haters. It comes down to Trump haters. And you know what I think it's turning into? I just think a lot of people just don't like him because he's Caucasian. Yeah, I've said it, because he's white. I just think a lot of people don't like him just because he's white. Really. I've said this quite often. Donald Trump will be the last Caucasian president that this country will ever see, at least in my lifetime. And I've got what? Maybe 30, 40 years left of my life. He will be the last Caucasian president we will see. And I know a lot of you say, yay, hooray. But I've always said the best person for the best job. The best job gets the best person. Well, he certainly has turned out to be the best so far. But don't worry, guys. You guys that hate Donald Trump and don't like white people or non-black people, don't worry. In 100 years, the nation, the United States of America, will be looking like me. There'll be a mixture of Latino, okay? I'm Latin, okay? Latin and Caucasian. That's my mixture. There'll be a mixture of Latin and Asian, Latin and African American, Latin and Caucasian. Okay, there'll be a mixture. That will be the mixture of America. The purity of the Western European is gone. In fact, in 100 years, it's going to be gone out of Europe too. All right, so I'm telling you, in about 150 years, what's going to take place is the extinction of the Caucasian race on the planet Earth. Mark my words. Watch. Just watch. You tell me I'm wrong. Just go and do your research on this. 150 years. We're seeing the last Caucasian president. So I just think it's coming down that, there was a lot of people that didn't like President Obama just because he was a black man. And there's a lot of people that don't like President Trump just because he's a white man. That's what I've come down to start to believe now. What can I tell you? It's just come down to that bare minimum, because the hatred for somebody that's doing something good is unbelievable. This hatred, it's just at all costs. Tear down the nation. It doesn't matter. So, that's what I'm coming to really look at and contemplate. Look at. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to agree with me. That's just my opinion. You're in my world, the world according to Torrero. And I'm putting you straight on the point, the way I see it. The way you see it may be completely different. But I think this is how the next presidents are going to go. I think we're going to have a Latino president, a Latin American president, okay? Somebody who has a Hispanic surname. He's going to be a man. Someone who'll be a Hispanic surname. They may be a lefty. They may be conservative. I don't know. But they're going to be Latin. They're going to be Latin American, okay? They're going to speak both Spanish and English absolutely fluently, all right? And maybe Chinese too, all right? That's our next president after Trump's next 4 years. And then after that, I really believe we're going to have an Asian person of Asian lineage, an Asian American, an Asian mixture be a president. And I believe that person is going to be the president after the one I just mentioned. And then after that, we're going to see a woman be the president. A woman is going to be the president. I think that's 2 presidents down the road. A woman's going to be the president, and she's not going to be Caucasian, because by then you're looking at almost 15 to 20 years, okay? And at that point, then, there aren't going to be that many Caucasian people left. I mean, it's dwindling fast in this country. Faster than you think, demographically. But she's going to be an Asian African, an Asian / African American, an Asian Latina American, an Asian, maybe an Asian Caucasian American, something like that. But she's going to have Asian lineage, and I think it's going to be a woman. Then the president after that will be an African American. It'll be an African American. He'll be an African American, okay? At that point. Now that's 4 presidents down the road, but it's not going to be African American like from Africa. It's going to be a mixture. and a blood mixture, DNA mixture, because that's what's happening in America now. We have a new mixture of folks that are here, and they're mixing and making babies. That's what they do. They make babies, and you get all these great, neat, cool combinations going on, right? Wait a minute. Isn't that what America always has been? So what's new? Nothing is new. Nothing. It's just new to you because you might be new on the planet Earth. But nothing is new. When the first Neanderthal saw the first Homo sapien, they went, and the Homo sapien went, and they went and they did the wild thing, knocking some boots down behind some granite rock or big tree. Okay? Bloodlines were starting to mix. That's simple. Sophia Van, John Pavlenko, Michael Fox. Right on. Thanks all for having us on. That's just kind of how I see the presidents ahead in the future. That's what I think. I don't know. That's my slant on it, and it's just my opinion, of course, in that respect. Hey, it's the Jesse T Show. Tomorrow we're going to be catching the vibe, and we're going to be out at 1 or 2 red carpets. Dan the Man, the Traveling Man, and I, the Road Dog King, are going to be out catching the vibe tomorrow here live on the Jesse T Show from 5 to 6. We're going to be on a red carpet having some fun, talking to some stars, goofing around, see what I can get them to tell me, see how funny I can get them to act. Maybe I can get them to howl and sing and dance and tell silly jokes and just be kind of silly, because that's what I do. Try to get people being real, you know? That's what it's all about. And that's what we're all about here on the Jesse T Show. Get out there and vote now, because it's important that you vote. It's important. It's June 5th, and voting time is going to end pretty soon. But get out there and vote. Vote for somebody. Vote for anybody. Just vote. That's what the important thing is. You have to vote. All right. Manny Valentine is checking in with us too. Thanks a lot, Manny. Appreciate that. All right. Check out our websites at Facebook.com/Jesse Torrero, as we archive up now there, and on Instagram Live at Instagram. That's at Jesse Torrero on Instagram Live. On YouTube, that's right, YouTube, Jesse Torrero channel. We check out there. On the powerofvoices.com. Check us out there on their website, as well as YouTube Power of Voices and Facebook Power of Voices. We're there on our global radio network across America and the world, broadcasting live right here on KTNT-V and radio, broadcasting and podcasting. It's a Jesse T Show with the foundation of the Power of Voices coming at you. Thanks a lot for our sponsor, Evoke Lending, for checking in and sponsoring the Jesse T Show. Direct lender, great place to get money fast for emergencies. Evoke Lending, contact my guy, Eddie Money. Good guy, 818-805-4400. And if you got any problems with him, you contact me at 1-800-684-8699, and I'll set them straight for you. Also, go to our real estate websites at buy.jesset, MrSoul.com, seller.jesset, MrSoul.com, MrSoul.jesset, MrSoul.com, and Facebook.com/Jesse Torrero Broker. This is the Jesse T Show. Good to have you along with us. And hey, get out there and vote. Vote. Vote, baby. Vote. Vote. Get out there and vote. And let's swing this state and get some logic back in this state. Because I'm tired of stupid is as stupid does. The Brown Beauty's off duty. See ya.